His courage in speaking out about the sexual assaults he encountered as an aspiring footballer has now unearthed a new child abuse scandal. Former professional player Andy Woodward had his partner with him for support, as he today told the Football Association at Wembley Stadium of the pain he suffered between the ages of 11 and 15. At Crewe Alexandra in the 1980s, Andy says his life was wrecked by the club's then youth coach. Barry Bennell, his abuser, was sentenced to 9 years in prison in 1998 after admitting sexual offences against 6 boys. Moments after today's meeting with the FA, Andy told me why he chose to break his silence.
It's the biggest secret in football, and getting in the taxi I was really nervous. I didn't know what was going to happen when we went in there. But when I went in there were nothing but encouragement, and they were really supportive, and there was lots of empathy there and genuine as well. So, I can't fault the way the FA have just dealt with me the last hour and a half.
Since Andy came forward, Steve Walters, a youth player also at Crewe, has spoken of similar experiences at the hands of Bennell. Former Manchester City and England striker David White also says Bennell abused him. And former Spurs and England forward Paul Stewart, who says he was abused for 4 years by an unnamed coach, believes hundreds of former players may now come forward. Today, Crewe Alexandra's Director of Football Dario Grady said, "I would like to express sympathy to the victims of Barry Bennell, not only at Crewe Alexandra, but at other clubs in the North West. The first I knew of Barry Bennell's crimes was when he was arrested in the United States in 1994. I knew nothing of his crimes before this time, when he was employed by us." The spectre of child abuse has reached so many parts of society in the last few years. But until now, the world of youth sport had been quiet. Today, a special 24-hour NSPCC hotline, supported by the FA, was launched.
Andy Woodward and others coming forward, I think, will trigger more people to speak out about the harm that they may be suffering in the game. It's important that we get to those people. What we do know in the NSPCC is that men and boys are reluctant to come forward to get help and assistance. So we hope that this initiative will enable people to speak out and get the help they so desperately need.
It is the dream of so many players to reach this place. But today Wembley heard the harrowing details of football at its most bleak.